On this episode of NSFW show, we are joined by the fantastic songstress, Allie Gertz, Cosby Sweater with 2 S's, if you're nasty, also Chad Johnson. We talk about all sorts of viral videos. We give a pre-sale for Ruin 'Em a chance. Ladies and gentlemen, you will have your face blown off if you listen to this week's NSFW show.
Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
Bandwidth for NSFW is brought to you by Cashfly at CACHEFLY.com.
This is NSFW episode 180, recorded on May 28th, 2013. Do you have a nickel?
This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes it fast and easy to create a professional website, blog, portfolio, or online store. For a free trial and 10% off your first purchase on new accounts, go to squarespace.com and use offer code NSFW5.
All right, everybody, quiet. Okay, we're here today to talk about a pressing issue. As you all know, our population has been dwindling, and we think we've figured out why. When men are with men and women are with women, basically when we do samesies, no people come out. So we can't do samesies for a while.
What?
No.
Oh my God, I took it out. I couldn't, I switched it like 10 full seconds too early before the F-bomb. But that means it is go time for NSFW, the new show full of win, the new sauce for the Webernets, the show that's nominally safe for work. Hello, beautiful party people. It's me, Brian Brushwood, joined as always by the inimitable co-host, part man, part machine, all robot, mutant, 6-armed ninja extraordinaire. It's none other than Professor J.R.Y. What is going on, Mr. Justin Robert Young?
Brian Brushwood, we have one hell of a blockbuster show for you today. We have Chad Johnson of OMG Johnson fame joining us. But first, the summer music series rolls on. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, performing Arrested.
For the record, OMG Johnson was his, porn name, right?
No, that's what happens when he bursts into a room now. You didn't hear about this? This is his new catchphrase. Like, he walks into a room and he just goes, OMG Johnson.
OMG Johnson, he's here.
Crowd goes wild. There's a reason why it works.
Now, are you sure it's that OM Johnson, oh my Johnson? And
No. OM Johnson's a pharmaceutical company that will actually sue us if we use their name on the show.
Right, trademark.
OM Johnson.
Good point. I'm sorry. So where do you want to get things going? We got a giant buffet of important things that we got to cover. Where to dive in?
Yes, Brian. The summer music series rolls on. Ladies and gentlemen, performing the song Arrested Development. Very timely. She has a brand new album out called Cosby Sweater with 2 S's. Ladies and gentlemen, Allie Gertz.
Hi, so this song is called Maybe One Day.
Maybe one day you and I can share a mayonnaise. Give me your hand, consider me bland, but I will help you make your banana stand. Honey, can I give you a buzz? 'Cause you're special to me. Can I be so crazy for you that I need an alibi? Show me your best boy fight. Give me your brownie afternoon delight. Come on, come on, come on. I don't need blah, blah, blah to prove that I'm in love. Come on, come on, come on. After pop, sit with me. Don't return me like a dove. Let me be the huge mistake that you make. I'm not acting, who am I? Call Weathers. Our love is magic, lighter fluid and feathers. Hair down, hair up, lights off. Let me be the Mr. F that Mr. You would like to F. Hair down, hair up, lights off. Come on, drink, I'm feeling loose. I've got unlimited juice. My cream is made of lots of diamonds. Come with me on this yacht to an island. But before we go, I will leave a note.
And that's why you always buy Allie Gertz's album, Cosby Sweater. You can find that youtube.com/Cosby Sweater. That is Cosby Sweater with 2 S's, much more from Allie later in the show. Thank you so much, Allie. That was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I would have done better, but I started to read the screen.
No.
Yeah.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't know. That was odd.
Way to get away with looking at the chat room in the middle of performing is to steal their jokes and take full credit for them. So if you had, the lyrics might have gone, never read us, no, don't read us, big mistake, ha, 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 diamond club sign, never read us, do not read chat room rules, ignore us, she made a huge mistake, chat room will F you every time.
Yeah, that's, I don't know. I think her lyrics are a little better.
I don't know. That was pretty good by Brian. That was a pretty good song.
Yeah.
At chat realm, Beef shakes his fist at Brian Brushwood Wiener. Blah, 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 song bomb, TPIA. White people rich, my pants are blue. I'm Robert D. Fist, fist, fist.
You just go on forever.
I actually didn't know that Allie had stopped singing and it was Brian. That was like seamless. That was like an amazing.
We worked it out beforehand.
It was like going in waves. At Cosby Sweater with 2 S's on Twitter. Follow her right now, and we will be we'll be going back to Allie throughout the show. Brian?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Ton of stuff today.
Yeah, you want to start with last week? Like this is so good, we got to go back on the map to what happened last week, right?
Yeah, me, you, Amtrekker, Odoctum.
No samesies.
Regrettable mistake of admitting that I was going to buy an Xbox One the day it came out, right? So what do? I say, I'm excited about the Xbox One. I'll buy it the day it comes out. And Owen J.J. Stone, you know, being a Owen.
Say it. Being a what?
Being an Owen.
Being somebody who has a habit of making things racial always at any given time.
Okay.
He says that the answer that Brian's going to get an Xbox One is not because he loves video games, not because he thinks it'll be a good console that'll handle his TV crap, but because white people rich, right? And then Justin Robert Young, being Justin Robert Young.
Being a what? What am I?
A delightful person with a propensity to jump all over any opportunity to make Brian feel awkward.
A hobo?
Suddenly decides that it's a great time to freestyle a rap called White People Rich, in which he describes the trials and tribulations of a middle-class white guy as being in a gangster rap.
Well, really, freestyling is very kind for me just yelling things, which is normally how things go on this show. But the magic of Chat Realm, of course, as we know, Brian, is that we give them the key elements, the carbon and hydrogen, and they create the diamonds, right?
Yes. For those of you playing on the home game, you can tell when Justin smells a bit, really has a chance to go somewhere with the Chat Realm, because like all of a sudden he'll decide to throw in like 3 or 4 more lyrics with the hope that something can make an actual song out of it. And sure enough, it did. Neshcom, he calls out Neshcom by name. Neshcom cuts this thing together into what can we agree is the best Neshcom song we've heard yet?
I'll tell you what, this is actually a true story. I was hanging out with Chad and Ashley yesterday, and she was playing the Daft Punk album all day, the new Daft Punk album.
Sure.
And then as I went into the kitchen, started playing the song that you guys are about to hear, and I did not know they were not the same thing. I initially thought that it was, in fact, Daft Punk.
Was that how, and then you heard your own voice? Wait, so it was a surprise when you heard your own voice coming back out of it?
No, it was a surprise that Daft Punk would make a song that terrible.
Called White People Rich.
And not to say that the song is bad. No, it's amazing. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's just give up the ghost. If you did not listen to last week's episode, then go find out where the oranges.
Where are you hiding those oranges?
I know.
I've been wondering since the day it came out.
Ladies and gentlemen, remember, you wanted to... Is it scurvy that you can stop with oranges?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this is PSA, our second PSA.
Hi. This is Justin Robert Young from NSFW. And if you don't want scurvy, then you better eat some oranges.
Let's talk about vitamin C, people.
All right. It's called White People Rich. It's produced by Neshcom, featuring me, Brian, Brett, and
there's another level.
Owen.
There's another level. First of all, I was blown away listening to it, and my daughter walks in, and it's a little. You want to start an awkward conversation? Try to explain to your daughter what's hilarious about white guilt.
I'll tell you,
about racially charged music.
So Penny asks you, why is this funny, Dad? And what did you say?
Exactly. They're like, well, Dad said that he was going to get an Xbox One, and his friend said that he was rich, and so it's funny because they're describing problems that we have, even though we're not rich, but acting like we're rich. And Penny was like, "Oh, I get it," and then they started then Owen starts talking about having sex with bitches or whatever. And so, but here's the final level. Final chapter of my horrific awkwardness.
Yes. Although I would say I would guess the final chapter is why you lie to your daughter that you're not rich.
Okay. Look, this is not Justin. That's enough of that. Because you can't have a negative value and be rich, Justin. That's how money works.
I think Wall Street would distree.
Touche, sir.
In America, for that matter.
But here's the ultimate level. And I can't see who did it. We'll find it out. We'll put it up on the chat here. We'll say afterwards. But somebody went through every random ass appearance of everything I've ever done and picked out the most awkward moments of me either having money, dancing, or strutting, and combined them into the music video.
Really? All right. Now, I have never seen this music video. So this is the debut, the first ever premiere on NSFW show, the song and the video for White People Rich, which, by the way, was just a jag we went on the last episode of NSFW show.
Then it became a thing. Here we go.
Neshcom.
Ooh, because Brian is balling. No. So he don't care how much it is. Because he don't care what the price is, right?
Living in Texas, got 3 daughters. White people rich, buy an Xbox One the day it comes out. Woo! White people rich, throw your hands up if you have an accountant. White people rich, if you have life insurance and you're hooked on the premium. White people rich, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood.
White people rich, Brian's living in Texas, buying girls Lexuses. He don't care what sex it is, making babies. Brian going crazy, throwing money in the air cause his head don't care. Throwing flames from my mouth cause I live down south. Got money in my house, money in my car. My baby got platinum bracelets, money all over the place. Money falling out of my underwall cause
white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood.
My name is Brian Brunswood. I don't cut my own grass cause you got so much money you just sit on your ass. What? Shopping at Costco cause I can save more, but I really don't care about this money.
White people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood. Play me in Yahtzee, see me rolling them bones, live in the same zip code as Alex Jones. Play me in Yahtzee, see me rolling them bones, live in the same zip code as Alex Jones.
I'll buy all y'all.
I buy all your Xbox Ones, yo.
Because I'm whites.
White people are rich.
White people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood, white people rich, white people rich, white people rich. Brian Brunswood.
It's a yes from me.
You hang out with a lot of white people, Brian.
That was maybe the most amazing thing that's ever happened. And there we go, white people rich. Somebody throw that name of the person who did this up there in the...
The video is amazing. That's Ayoopdog, AYOOPDOG. That may be...
No, people are saying Ashtafer. Ashtafer is the man who deserves to get credit, and he certainly does. That's amazing.
What's funny is like Bonnie keeps saying, she's like, you are not allowed to dance on camera ever. This is nothing good will come of this.
And she was right. Nothing good did or will or should ever come from you dancing on camera. In fact, you have paid the penance for which you have alluded.
And by the way, if you want the song and the remixes, he's got like techno remixes. I'm sure a country music song will come out at neshcomplex.com. And just, it's just the most miserable thing on planet for me. I got nothing.
Well, I mean, listen, this is what happens, Brian. Everybody in society always makes fun of the most powerful. And you, being the most powerful, rich, white person we know, bears the brunt of such criticism.
Fine. And it's like, I can't even, and it's like, of all the accomplishments that like, I'm so happy and excited that yesterday I completed the most douchebaggy rich white person event of all time.
What was that, Brian? I think this would be a great time to talk about your triathlon experience this weekend.
No, forget it. Just done. Let's move on.
No, I mean, you trained, you bought a bike, I'm sure, specifically. How much was the entry fee for your triathlon, Brian?
Can we talk about just anything?
No, listen, you trained for a lot of time, I'm sure because you don't have a 9-to-5 job, you could really get out there and dedicate yourself, really do some hard work, right?
Yeah. So, who wants to play a lottery?
Wait, if you were to play the lottery, what do you need to have? Money?
Okay, God. You're right. Let's not play the lottery. Let's move on to a trial by jury, because clearly I've just been found guilty
of being rich and white,
of being whatever you call me. Because
2 strikes, bro. 2 strikes.
I can't. Yeah, you want to take a moment and thank our sponsors first?
I certainly should.
Ah! Dude, it happened again! This time, coming down from a golden chariot in the sky wearing a bandit mask and for some reason a Burger King crown, the freaking ad thief! He came down and he said, "There is wickedness among you, my children. I'm afraid I must steal this golden ad and take it to the sky." And I said, "Curse you, ad thief!" Because I wanted to talk about my friends at Squarespace. Am I the only one? Justin, did you see that happen?
It was so fast. It was amazing. It was just a blur, a golden blur.
You sound really weird, Justin. That doesn't sound like you at all.
What are you talking about? This is the way I always talk.
Is that the way you always talk?
That is. I always talk like this.
I didn't know that you always talk like that.
I always say always like this.
Regardless, Justin.
Yes.
We need to tell the fine people about Squarespace. Have you ever used Squarespace?
Well, I haven't, but my special friend Dr. Bird has.
Oh, Dr. Bird.
Let me tell you, it is so slick. They think that I've made a website.
But it's so easy that your bird was able to do it.
Yes.
Dude, this is fantastic. All right, well, look, here's the thing. Squarespace is the best place for you to make a blog, portfolio, any kind of website. Their platform, they did a platform upgrade last fall. Did you know this? They keep rolling out new product features, integrations, and templates. Then to make sure that you get the most from their innovations, Squarespace has a 24/7 support team. You ever want to call them in the middle of the night?
I have. Well, I haven't, but my bird has.
Dr. Bird has. Dr. Bird has called in the middle of the night.
And got a real person.
Yeah, that's amazing. I believe it. And the best part is they don't cost a lot of money. Guess how much?
How much?
$8 a month.
$8 is very reasonable.
Can Dr. Bird afford that?
I think he lifted my credit card one day, and when I wasn't looking, so
subscribed. Yeah. Well, you know what he probably did? He probably went and signed up for the free 2-week trial.
Oh.
so that he could try out all the award-winning features that the award-winning design team put together. They just put together a new calendar feature called the Events Collection. They got a new beautiful template called Momentum. Did Dr. Bird use Momentum?
I don't know.
You didn't study.
I didn't
the various types.
study, but that sounds amazing. Tell me about Momentum.
Maybe
you did.
It's gorgeous. It has cinematic full bleed display, perfect for photographers and designers who want to show off their work.
Oh, I think he did because he was showing off his feathers
His
in a very
okay.
cinematic technique.
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the Bird could do it because it's fast and easy to use. Drag and drop. Their page builder called the Layout Engine gives you customizable pages in seconds by adding blocks of content. Just bloop, 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 dropping in photos, videos, text, social media content. Immediately preview a layout as you go. What do you think of that, Justin?
Well, I think he was most interested in recording his tweets. Can he do that?
You sure can, Justin. It's that biting wit about you that's made us the can-do team of the award-winning NSFW show podcast. But here's the thing. You can publish to and from your social media with just a few clicks, refreshing your site content for the places you like to post. We're talking Twitter, Instagram. Your tweets. Instagram, Pinterest, Google+, LinkedIn, and more. Here's the thing. For the free trial, head on over to squarespace.com. Sign up for a free account. You don't need a credit card or nothing. That's probably why Dr. Bird was able to do it.
Oh, of course. And why he lifted my smartphone.
Because, he was able to do it right on there. When you decide to, I'll tell you what, you probably love Dr. Bird's website. You want to keep it up.
Right.
So just go ahead and use promo code NSFW5. That's NSFW for the show. And the number 5, you get 10% off your first purchase on new accounts. And that includes both monthly and annual plans. What do you think of that?
I think that's great.
All right, now you tell Dr. Bird. I know he's not there. Actually, can you make Dr. Bird make a noise?
What was that, Dr. Bird?
Dr. Bird. Dr. Bird has stage fright all of a sudden. Maybe Dr. Bird will talk. But tell Dr. Bird that you get free domain registrations for if you get an annual plan. That's squarespace.com. Use offer code NSFW5. It's everything you need to get an exceptional website. You know what would be really exceptional?
What's that?
Is if we played an amazing game where you played Lord Imperator of the Internet and we were able to watch viral videos and you could judge them. What do you think of that?
That sounds fantastic. Let's do it.
All right. Well, so I was suggesting that we have a little thing called Trial by Jury, by which you guys would nominate music or viral videos. We would present them to Lord Imperator of the Internet and judger of who is rich and the judger of the quick, the rich, and the white, Justin Robert Young. He would decide which one are champions of the Internet and which ones
just stink.
Banished.
Stink like old fish on a homeless man.
Correct.
They do that a lot, I hear.
Well, that's where fish congregate. Usually, you can find them on the streets, homeless, which I despise as somebody who's very rich.
All right,
kid money bags they call me.
So this one, this one.
Well, here I'll tell you what. Do you want to? Are you ready to go with this, or maybe we can throw it to Allie, play a song, and then come back? Maybe that'll reset things, or.
Let's we do not throw it to Allie right now. That would be unfortunate for Allie to go to that. Let's do this.
This has been an amazingly weird episode of the show. We've really gone from it was like the elation of we're having a good time. Again, one of those great, amazing moments where one of our things is one of our little sparks of creativity is blown into a full blown conflagration by the chat realm, and then it got into a very weird place where we're actually having we're battling out issues that are really happening in our lives, and now viral videos.
Well, I think what happened is I was trying in as best as I could to speak in code the words "please stop," and it was clear you were not going to stop and you were not interested in stopping. And even when I was just that's on me. That was me.
You would understand where after the white people rich video that plays for the full 2 minutes that you would think that would be a green light to continue with that line of humor, right?
Well, apparently you thought it was, but what can you say in that to to indicate that it's like, it's not funny, not funny, not funny. Please stop, please stop. Like taking it as far. Like I mean, look, the whole reason the video is funny is because it is painful for me, and it's funny to watch me twist, and like just suddenly deciding like, oh, that's what the show is now. Is I will make Brian twist forever now, and it's like, and I tried to say, let's not make the show about that, and then it was like, no, we're gonna make the show about you twisting, and then
well, I think like, that was all right. I did not see things the same way. Let's get into the videos.
Okay, all right. Well, I asked the audience to put together a list of viral videos, make a little subreddit, which ones go to the top that they want to submit for Lord Imperator of the Internet's approval for which is the best viral video. And this is the first one called Urban Water Slide.
It's real Schlitterbahn.
So, Justin, so far you got kids sliding in a gutter. How are you feeling right now?
Well, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and give it up.
What is wrong with your face?
That was very direct.
I don't think it's very funny. I think it's one of those things that I'm sure it's blowing up on all the mommy blogs that they're all just hilariously carping on it and being like, oh, that's great. I remember when my children were let loose like feral dogs and played in the filthy sewer overrun. But for me, it didn't exactly tickle my rib. Chad, am I being too harsh?
It tickles the wrong rib. It tickles the weird.
Which rib did it tickle? Of all the ribs, first describe the ribs that it could tickle, and then give us the rib it did.
I mean, there's kids. Kids are so funny, and their imagination, and so like yippity doo dah. And then you're like, oh man, this looks like a third world country where like they are.
That's what popped into my mind. Is that it definitely. America from the license plates, and they're like, I think the joke is that these people don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, and it was like, that makes this not funny anymore. Like, if I laugh at this, I'm a bad person.
I agree. All right, so here's a next one up. Your lordship is banned commercial for glasses. And keep in mind, I've seen none of these. I trusted the chat realm, which maybe I'll regret.
Oh yeah, you may.
Is it time to stop?
I know where this goes. Let's stop it.
Wait, it gets graphic?
I can explain. How about this?
Can I watch it with like off air? Now all I want to do is see it.
How about we change the bit to Chad describes a saucy thing that can't be played on NSFW?
How about we play a game called How Thinly Can We Slice Frames and stop this in time?
Yes.
That's still good? People kissing, right?
Okay, it's getting a little more intimate.
Still good?
So the lady is kissing this gentleman.
I mean, it's nothing of overt. It's safe for work.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Then why aren't we playing it?
Go ahead.
Well, I think that's the image that is why.
Oh. Hey, Brian, here, Jammer B, can we go to the full screen of Brian's screen? This is all that's in this guy's head.
Double complete rainbow.
All right, so let's switch to Chad describes, I guess. I don't know.
Well, okay. It's funny. Go over the back of the front of that video, and I'll just describe over the music.
All right, there we go.
Okay. Couple in a car start making out. It gets a little bit saucy and intimate, then maybe a little more intimate. Then something you would pay a girl on the street to perform on you looks to be happening in the car. The guy's a little confused.
Like to buy flowers?
Oh, dear.
The guy looks over a little confused and realizes that the girl is doing... Are you going to play it?
No, I'm not.
Good. Okay. The girl is
intimately massaging
the shifter of the car.
There you go.
Right. And so you realize that this lady needs to buy a pair of glasses.
From a foreign country.
Right.
It is. And it is. Actually, there it is.
It's German.
Ich Opter.
I would like to point out, Your Honor, that this video was uploaded on September 1st, 2007, and has 10 million views.
Man, Germans love glasses.
They do. Over 5-6 years of.
There's some weird fascination with people and band commercials.
It is.
Dude. That's the cheapest way to get your video a little bit of extra juice. Is
Right.
Like,
it could be anything, and then just band commercials in
We
parentheses.
should do a band commercial. It seems like a hot thing to do.
We should.
Leo Laporte, the Lord Imperator of his networks, lets us know that if we make a commercial, he will indeed ban it immediately.
Awesome. All right, so
we have breaking news, Brian.
What?
We have the very well-known member of Chad Jr. here with green hair. This is Lisa Kinsel's son. And apparently it's permanent. We bleached it.
There we go. All set for Christmas.
You know, I did green hair for like 3 years, and before I gave it up and did the crazy spikes.
Well, there we go.
Cool.
So you are proto Brian.
Right. We could literally hang out and do Christmas carols. It'd be great.
Can we just call him Little Brian Brushwood from now on?
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Bye, Little Bri.
All right. This one, we've got Alex Jones becomes a Super Saiyan. But I'm assuming.
By the way, Brian?
Yes.
That last video, I give a
whoa. Really?
Because I love band commercials.
Thumbs up. Right on. All right. Here's Alex Jones' Super Saiyan.
I refuse to go along with this, and I'm seeing through all of your lies, Barack Obama, you wicked, wicked devil.
Yes.
Wow, I did not expect to like that as much as I did. That was
a yes from me.
Oh, that is great.
So
that is amazing. By the way, I don't know why I had this pop into my head. If we can take a slight detour.
Sure.
There's currently like a little mini feud going on between two shows that we are familiar with, and at least are in our kind of, I would say would be peers of NSFW show.
No, which ones?
Little feud between the No Agenda show and the morning stream.
What? Why? What are they fussing over?
Apparently, somebody sent the No Agenda show a clip of the morning stream, which, I mean, is Scott Johnson's morning show with Brian Ibbett, and is like the most genial show you could ever think of. I mean, they have like the nicest guys possible.
Nicest guys.
And for some reason, Adam Curry just went on this big thing about just lighting up, how the morning stream was kind of corny and it was like a Bob and Tom sort of knockoff thing. And I will say this, that it has been as raucous a return fire as you would imagine Scott Johnson and Brian Ibbett could muster, which is to say, like, none at all. They just play Adam Curry making fun of their opening theme, like, for laughs. And then they say, they're great. We love them.
It's like a Mormon fight. It's just like, they're like, rah! They're like, well, I wish you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
That's not
but
nice.
Also, you're great, and I enjoy your haircut.
Yes. That's amazing. Bob McBob says that we should broker this piece, but I don't know that No Agenda wants to come to the NSFW peace room.
I don't think that we have any inroads with House No Agenda.
I mean, outside of, JCD and I, John C. Dvorak, I did get called a douche on the No Agenda show. Someone paid for him to call me a douche. And what's funny is, like, it was before I had ever met John C. Dvorak, but I liked him on the show. But then all of a sudden he's like, all right, so Brian Brushwood's a douche. And I was just like, why what did I like you guys?
Now, what would... I guess I don't know what we would do, or whether it's our job, or whether we should make it our job. Because my first thought is it's not our job, and then my second thought is then it should be our job.
No, yeah, I feel like, I'm scared of that job. I feel like there's nothing but perilous outcomes for us and precious little. It's not like we're gonna pull it off and be all like, "Did you hear that, internet? Your friends and mine, the NSFW show, has finally ended the reign of tyranny. The wars are over between these two."
Right? They wouldn't.
They would not.
Oh, man.
That is not what would happen.
All right, let's go ahead with the next video.
I'll tell you what, I've got 3 that are the highest rated, and I kind of feel like all 3 are danger zones. So you get to pick your poison here, and by poison I mean thing that we'll regret. One is titled "Popsicle Girls on the Gong Show." One is titled.
That's actually the name of my biography.
Yeah, the next one is called "Chat Roulette Done Right,"
It's the name of my biography.
or "Cockfighting in the Philippines Just Got Weird." Poison, bro.
Let's go ahead.
I can predict what that last one's going to be.
Which actually, "Cockfighting in the Philippines Just Got Weird" is the name of Ali Gertz's second album, which is currently in production.
Amazing.
All right, let's go ahead with what would be the safest? I guess there is no safe one. Popsicle Girls on the Gong Show. Let's go ahead.
Seems like an awful idea, but I trust you, sir. Let's take a look at this clip.
People are saying chat roulette is totally SFW. Let's go with chat roulette.
All right. Although I must say, I saw enough of the Gong Show clip to see that it was from the old Gong Show in the 1970s.
As opposed to the new Gong Show, which has devolved into hardcore pornography and racial epithets.
Well, there was a new Gong Show like 4 years ago starring Dave Attell. So that might have had something that was too racy for the show. It was on Cartoon Network for 20 minutes. Which one? Cockfighting?
Cockfighting.
All right. You got it. Here we go. Oh, my God. All right. We are looking
Prediction, this is of one bird that loves another bird very much. Perhaps not. And I was wrong.
Can I just say that our audience perhaps has a different version of what constitutes totally safe for work than maybe you or I do? I mean, if you were working in a cubicle, that would be like you heard the phrase "totally safe for work," bro.
Okay, well, but
walking up and then
to that point, what would be weirder to explain? That A, you were watching a man from the Philippines in a banana hammock swinging his junk hither and non, or B, that you were watching cockfighting videos that were just completely straight that you would apparently be analyzing for skill and technique.
Exactly. Yeah, no, I agree. So, what, Lord Imperator of the Internet, what do you give this one?
You lose.
Oh, wow, you're out.
Yeah, I mean, listen, here's the thing.
Chat roulette done right.
I mean, I'm just going to say on this, wasn't weird enough, wasn't awesome enough cockfighting. It wasn't weird enough man junk. Like, it was just in the mushy middle.
Yeah, it was.
I might see that every day. You're right.
Yeah. Would you say that is for you the kind of cockfighting or man junk?
Yeah.
swinging?
Well, when I go to cockfights, I expect some of the people there to be a little bit weird. So it's not that big of a deal.
Cockfight enthusiast Chad Johnson. Here
absolutely.
On the NSFW show.
All right. I'll tell you what. You can either pick Popsicle Girls or Chat Roulette Done Right, or you could swap and choose Mr. T Drugs PSA or the Xbox One Reveal Megamix.
Wait, were we talking about birds?
Can we go to the Gong Show thing?
Sure. It was well done, Chad. I enjoyed that immensely.
Just didn't even notice.
I don't even. Yeah, that one went over my head.
It's on this show of fame. Here comes. Have you got a nickel?
Is that the name of the group? Have you got a nickel?
I don't know, but I think this is my favorite clip on the internet so far. Pause it right here. Hold on.
Whoa.
Number one, ladies and gentlemen, we like to call this part of the show, explain it for the audio listeners. We have an old Gong Show clip. It throws that, do you have a nickel? Two fetching lasses.
Let me just play out the story on what would happen if a girl didn't have a nickel. What she might do to get a nickel?
Well, I mean, listen, they don't have the nickel yet, so far as we know.
Okay.
They're just asking, do you have a nickel?
I do that pretty often. I just go to random people and don't even wait for a reply. Just ask the question, walk off stage.
Or who's Brian? Who's the host on this?
I don't know. It looks like a more Latino Eric Estrada, like a double negative of Eric Estrada.
Was it Monty Hall who did no, this is the Gong Show.
Yeah, the Gong Show.
Chuck Barris.
Chuck Barris. Oh wait, what? Didn't Chuck Barris have like crazy stories?
Oh yeah.
A CIA super spy or some junk?
Well, that was his book, and then the subsequent movie directed by George Clooney that was all about that. But here, all right. So Chuck Barris screams, "Do you have a nickel?" And what I would like to imagine is he's running into the audience asking to be paid a nickel for what is about to go on here on this stage, semi in the round.
My favorite thing is in the background, the propaganda that just says, "Go for it."
And they certainly will, Brian. Let's roll on with the clip.
We don't know if that has anything to do with the plot or nothing.
They sit down Indian style.
All right!
And then they literally just suck a popsicle.
A big popsicle.
To cat calls and wolf whistles.
Yeah, the audience is just loving it.
Wait, so how far have we come with daytime television that this was on, 40 years ago, and now it's Ellen dancing to Justin Timberlake for 15 minutes straight?
Yeah, man, this is amazing. Like, there's no way you can put this on broadcast television nowadays.
Well, let's keep going. We can put it on here.
This is the new media, bro.
What is going on?
That's all this clip is.
Keep going, Brian. No one said stop. The audience is literally just yelling at them like they're basically, all right, here. I'm just going to say this. If you haven't seen Requiem for a Dream, all that is missing is an old man saying A to A.
I haven't seen. Dang it! Now. All right, I'll have to go see it. All right, so she.
Keep going.
Seriously though, Justin, do you have a nickel?
I mean, listen, I might have many nickels. I might have nickeled all over my shorts.
Apparently, dead air was just fine in those days.
Well, this is not dead air, Chadwick.
Okay.
This is very much alive. This is where air comes from. This is how air is made.
Now listen, let me just let everybody who's listening to this know that they are really going to town on these popsicles.
Okay,
they're minding the sides of the battleship.
I would like to point out that I guess they have hit 1 full minute at this point, and I guess the fanfare sound hated that nobody gonged them. This is, okay, you know what this is? This is broadcast television troll bait. Like, they came up with this is the perfect, like, okay, what do we know about the Gong Show? What will they and what won't they gong? Because they're constantly being out there like, is this going to go anywhere? But meanwhile, they'll never stop it. All right, I guess this is the wrap-up right here. Hold on.
I love your lyrics. Oh, what a thing. Phyllis, what do you think of Have You Got a Nickel?
I don't understand it altogether.
A zero.
Is that Phyllis Diller? Phyllis Diller just gave those two lovely ladies a 0.
That surprises me because she could be raw.
No, I'll tell you what, Brian. You know what this video is the answer to?
What?
Hey, where are the white women at?
On the Gong Show, apparently.
There.
Nobody has ever gotten a 0.
No one.
He starts rubbing it in like, man, you guys this must have been really, this probably sounded good at the trailer earlier, huh?
Jamie Farr. I don't think they give a lick. JP Morgan.
Do you know that that's the way I started?
What? 10.
Wow, a 10 from the chick.
No, you know this probably happened because these two girls were, just hanging out on the side of the road, and some sleazy Gong Show producer was like, "Hey, you want to be on television, girls?"
Yeah, I guess it is. It's like the jokers who go on American Idol knowing that they can't sing, just to be like, it'll be funny, you'll be on the camera, you'll be in front on the TV.
Now, do you think that this would work in all reality game shows? Like if maybe this is the cheat code to every reality game show. Name me a reality competition show that this wouldn't work, where two hot chicks just came out and sucked on popsicles next to each other.
Okay, so here's the thing. I wonder if it scales, because the only reason it wouldn't be is if it violated standards and practices so hard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the NSFW show for tonight. I'm Justin Young. That's Brian Brushwood. Chad Johnson. Good night. Woo! Dang it.
It's one of those moments where it's like you are detached and you're watching the words come out of your mouth and you're like, oh wait, they're gonna think and I think and now that is funny, and then it's gone. All right, Lord Imperator of the internet, we need to know: is this the new champion of all of the internet? Having been born 40 years ago,
I am gonna say that this one,
double complete rainbow.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It was a double complete rainbow, and I mean that two in beautiful splendor. I don't know. I mean, it's just weird. It's just amazingly weird, and my favorite part about it is just like what culture existed, that people that were on television in a live audience just be like, yeah, get in, go.
So I'm sure from time to time you listen to Penn Jillette's podcast where he talks about how they, as a point of honor, Lorne Michaels would oftentimes set up their appearances on SNL's The Backup Broadcast if anything went bad. But he found out after a lot of time that fully 80% of all the episodes pre-1985, they couldn't be the backup episodes anymore because they violated current standards and practices. And so it makes me like, it's so awesome that we have these artifacts that survive in relatively good form so that we can see just 40 years ago with a clarity of cultural vision that we couldn't have possibly seen. Like at no other point in history can we see as clearly as just 40 years ago. And just 40 years ago is freaking weird. Like it's a world I don't understand where people
is it though? I mean, it was weird that somebody decided to put it on television, but right now you can have two girls sucking on popsicles on a YouTube channel and it would be like a 10 million hits a video channel.
How popular was TV? I mean, or not popular, but was it as mainstream as it is today?
Yes.
Okay.
More mainstream. It was light years more mainstream.
All right.
That's why MASH to this day is the highest rated sitcom thing of all time, because highest rated television of all time, because a lot of people were into MASH. Now no one's into a television show like that.
This is what the Master Switch is about, that audiobook. I don't know if I got you to start reading it, but it talks about how the consolidation of media
that's what I was trying to get at.
Yeah.
Is how much control was there really over television? Not mainstream or not mainstream, but right now what we're doing, we're just throwing this together. There is no regulatory board. And the more mainstream something becomes, the more regulated it becomes. Yeah, Brian put it way more succinctly than I did.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Are we? I'll tell you. Do we have news on our thing? The thing that might go live.
We actually do. It's time to play the lottery, ladies and gentlemen, because just after we went live, after we started the show, I got word that behind the scenes for the last 6-7 hours. John Tilton has been working tirelessly with the fine folks, Steve Birch over at, I forget, what's the name of the company that we've signed and agreed to? The Vineyard, the wine people?
Fill Time.
This is Steve Birch of the Wine People. He's saying, I like your people, the wine people. We wish to trade many wines with the internet. And we make big plan to ruin world.
California Shiners.
There you go. California Shiners. Thank you. Because it was about to turn into some kind of Cowboys and Indians thing that I was going to regret. So here's the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, not every state is approved yet for pre-sale of Ruinum, but we can verify that most of them are if you go to ruinum.com right now. RUINUM, ruinum.com. You could go and, in fact, here, I'll go there right now. Ruinum.com. Take a look. See.
So basically, here's the deal. There's 38 states approved. You can buy Ruinum right now. It will ship on July 1st. Ruinum, of course, is a brandy and wine cocktail. We drank it here on the show a couple weeks ago, and is also doubling as our gigantic, hilarious commentary / prank on the wine industry as a whole. We have made up a completely fake backstory for Ruinum, and what we now want to do, now that it is on sale, to have you guys spread this word as far and wide. Wikipedia pages, any wine boards that you might find. Let's spread the word far and wide on Ruinum, the wine that ends the world.
And I'll tell you what, like, a lot of them, you don't have to mention it by name, but, if it's true that, like, in the Roman Empire, honey wine was really popular right before the fall, it just seems like an important fact that belongs in a Wikipedia page,
it's just, listen, it's rumors, just some stuff we heard on the internet. Just saying, if you heard this stuff on the internet, let other people know that you heard it on the internet and you want to know whether it's true.
Sounds legit to me. So basically, we want to see if we can position Ruinum as the wine that ends the world. You notice that the taglines are misfortune foretold. And if you actually click here to pre-order, it'll take you to this thing. Hold on, I hope we didn't crash their site. I'm thinking there's a good chance we crashed their site, even though we called them and we're like, hey, get ready. We might crash your site.
It has what states are available at the bottom of that page. So Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware.
Those are the ones that for sure cannot get it.
Cannot. Got it.
All the rest
cannot ship.
Eventually can, but some can get it tonight. Some of them, they had licenses that were ready to go immediately. Others of them, they have to wait for approval from the state on this stuff. Wow, it is pretty slow. I know some of the ones that can't do it are bad news if you're listening to the podcast. Alabama, Arkansas, Delaware, Connecticut, Hawaii, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Mississippi, Montana, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, and Utah. Just go on a beer run across state lines and find a friend and be all like, can I ship my world-ending wine to you?
Yes. Go have little wine parties with your friends. If you have, the means to house your friends over to drink some Ruinum, I'll tell you what, little dab will do you. A lot of people are like, balking at, the idea that it costs a lot to ship. Obviously, if you are going to order more bottles at once, the shipping cost is a little more reasonable. But man, it's going to be one hell of a ride. Ruinum.com, RUINUM.com is where you need to go. And it looks like the site is back up here.
Yeah, it's coming up. It's slow. Everything's running. It's just really slow.
TVC Gun says no case discount. And I think there is one. I'm not sure, though. I mean, Steve has said there would be a case discount. So,
unfortunately, they only come in cases of 200.
I do know this, that Steve,
Joking.
that nothing, like they're going to get all your information here now, and then they don't charge anything until they ship it.
Right. You will not be charged. And the reason originally we were going to put an availability date of June 25th, but because of the extra regulatory stuff, they've just said, just to be safe, July 2nd. So who knows? It may even be a little bit earlier, but certainly by the end of June, beginning of July is when it'll all ship out. And also, this is very likely going to be a limited run thing. So it's not going to be something that is just around forever. We'll certainly do it as long as it's funny. But it's only going to be funny as long as people are playing along and telling us their stories of people they've shared the wine that ends the world. We had talked previously about like rituals that you could do, like warming it over a candle and chanting the names of I don't know of despots who have died or something. I don't.
Sure.
Make up your own ritual and spread it around. We'd love to hear.
Mine's going to be taking it in shot glasses and falling down. That's going to be my ritual for ruin them.
Man, that's no joke. 20% alcohol by volume. And you, how did you describe it when you drank it live on the air the other day?
I couldn't do the ad reads. That's how I described it. I was too drunk to do the ad reads. No, it was listen, it tasted really good. It was something that you can definitely sip on for a little bit and have yourself a good time. And I'll tell you what. It's really, I think it's really, really funny to do this whole, the death of civilizations have been caused by this. And just think of this, Brian, in this day and age, when we are more divided politically and sociologically and economically than we ever have been before, can we indeed survive? Can the American empire survive the popularity of Ruin'em? Brian, I heard on the internet that Ruin'em was getting very, very popular right before Prohibition. Prohibition put a stop to it, but that was a close call.
Oh, that's totally true. But the moment that Prohibition ended, because people have been drinking it right before Prohibition, they kind of stayed away. When it was very popular was the Red Scare. But there was associations with, some of the folks had, because they were made in communes, they were kind of like their socialist agendas. So there was questions, so it kind of went under the radar again.
I heard the Nazis loved it.
And look what happened there.
I know.
All the subtlety that we've come to expect from O.M. Johnson.
O.M. Johnson. O'Malley, we call him. All right. Well, Brian, I feel like that's one hell of a show.
Yeah, man. Hey, if only we could get a little extra rocket sauce on top, maybe get a little music performance here at the end.
Brian, just for you. Ladies and gentlemen, return to the show, and hopefully we'll be able to get a couple songs here in the after show. Again, the YouTube is youtube.com/Cosby Sweater. That is Cosby with 2 S's. The album is called Cosby Sweater. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Allie Gertz.
So this song is called Everything is Coming Up Millhouse.
Everything's coming up Millhouse, but Lisa still passes him by. Everything's coming up Millhouse, but his flood pants can't keep his eyes dry. He gives Nelson Lisa's letter. He believes that when she leaves him, she'll like Millhouse better. He gets knocked to the floor. Isn't that what a big sister is for? Everything's coming up Millhouse, but nobody likes him at all. Everything's coming up Millhouse, but the friends that he's got laugh at him when he falls. Millhouse, don't you know wherever you go, trouble will follow? Don't forget class is dismissed at the end, and don't lend your glasses to your best friend. He'll copy your earring, he'll sell you his soul, he'll lie about your goldfish even though you've got the bowl. Millhouse, lower your is coming at Millhouse, but the friends that you've got laugh at you when you fall. In the treehouse, you're a loner. Lisa knows there's nothing funny about the word tromboner. She's bound to respect you soon. When she sees that you'll do anything she asks of you. You're so vacant, Millhouse. You could be old Gil's house. You're unsatisfactory, as dry as your dad's cracker factory. Life's given you lemons, you've squoze in your supply. You know what it feels like when doves cry.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ellie Gertz. Again, of course, you can pick up Cosby Sweater. That is Cosby with 2 S's on iTunes, Bandcamp. Where else should they go, Allie?
Spotify or just on my website.
Spotify
Perfect.
on the website. Follow her at Cosby Sweater. That is COSSBY Sweater on Twitter, which, by the way, this was a complete fan. This is a fan interaction. A fan hit up Allie, let her know that we were a place that wants live music, and that all happened. So if you have somebody that you'd like to see on the show, let them know to let us know, and we can make this happen. Thank you so much, Allie.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And hopefully stay after through the after show, and we will play some more songs.
You know she's a winner when she has D20s on the album art.
Yes, and in fact, there is another. I have here on a sheet that we have a song about Pee-wee's Playhouse and D&D that we can play in the after show. So stay tuned for that.
Well, I'll tell you what, before we do that, let's go ahead and check in on your movie draft minutes.
Welcome to Movie Draft Minute for the week of May 27th, 2013. I'm your host, Roberto Villegas. With a triple movie weekend, things have gotten interesting. Let's go check out the rankings. Tom Merritt's in 6th place with $0, still waiting for his first film. Cargill's in 5th place with The Hangover Part 3, bringing in $63 million this week. Sarah Lane's in 4th place with $117.7 million. Justin Robert Young's in 3rd place with Fast and Furious 6, bringing in $120 million. Epic bringing in $42.6 million a week, bringing his total to $162.6 million. Scott Johnson's in 2nd place with $204.5 million. And still in 1st place with $459.9 million, it's Brian Brushwood. And that is your Movie Draft Minute for the week of May 27th, 2013.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man, this was a huge weekend for you, Justin. Freaking Fast and Furious 6 pulling in a record-breaking 4-day total of $120 million, which, like, Fast 5 was a huge movie for me 2 or 3 years ago. Was it last year or 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
96 million or something. But, like, you blew past this. This thing had huge legs, and you paid less than either Iron Man or Star Trek Into Darkness and had a much bigger opening.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, I have like a absolutely no room for failure strategy. Like, I need all of my movies to completely overperform or I'm totally screwed. So I got 2 of them to come through, and hopefully Epic has some legs because it's the only kids movie out for a while.
But it doesn't really have to have legs because you only paid what, like $13-15 for it?
No, but I only have 4 movies. So it's like I don't have the room for, like, you know, maybe 2 $20 million movies that just add up to like that extra padding. So I need that I need all of them to do super well. So hopefully we got a little something cooking there. But right now, Brian, looks like you are in the lead.
Well, yes. Unfortunately, Tony Stark is out of go-go juice, and it looks like it'll barely cross 400 million, which means there's no chance. Like, I paid $46, and as you know, like the par for the course, if you want to win, you got to get about 10 million for every dollar spent, and it doesn't. It looks like I'm going to top out like 8.5 on this one, which means it's really all up to Despicable Me 2 and Grown Ups 2 and The World's End. By the way, did you see the trailer for The World's End?
I did. The new one they came out with, I like better than the first one. But I mean, I'm a huge fan of Edgar Wright movies, so anything Edgar Wright is doing, I am very excited to see.
I mean, I think it's going to be good. I don't know how much money it's going to make, but man,
negative $4.
Yes,
like he makes awesome movies that are black holes for cash.
Yeah,
like you will go in there and pay money to see it, and then you will find yourself $40 later when you leave because it will just suck in that money.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I guess Jammer B, go ahead and start playing the lullaby if you have it on your end. Otherwise, I could do it over here. But I guess that's about it for this episode of NSFW. This episode brought to you by Honesty. That's the theme of this episode. Don't forget...
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Ruin'em.com. Ruin'em.com. What do you got going on, Justin?
Justin R. Young on Twitter. Chad?
I'm doing a few things. I host, from the last time I've been on here, I now have OMG Craft this week in YouTube, a brand new show on TWiT. And then I'm also doing a lot of personal stuff on my YouTube page. So head on over to youtube.com/OMGChad. I played through Slender last week.
And boy, was he a scared little girl about it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, go watch that video. It is hilarious.
If you want to see me scream in terror and cover my face in horror, go subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And of course, Allie Gertz, Cosby sweater, that is Cosby with 2 S's. Go on over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/NSFW show, to see videos from the after show of Allie performing more songs. But until next week, Brian, see you next Tuesday.
Do me a favor, man. Die on a fire.
Oh, NSFW, I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, bringing us Paging Mr. Herman, again, COSSBY sweater on Twitter, it is Allie Gertz.
I know a place I can go when I'm dreary, a home of a friend that makes me feel good. Within this place I am suddenly cheery, I'm happy and warm and understood. Let's connect the dots with our magic screen, get lost in the watts of our majesty. The king of cartoons will take us soon to a land we can make believe. Let's go play fetch with our good friend Terry, throw it far and watch him soar. Where would I be without my pal Cherry? Probably on the floor. Now Conky will teach us the secret word. We'll scream real loud every time it's heard. No salesman today, it's the Playhouse Gang, and they are ready to play. But what'll happen if I don't get my wish? Oh, what if I can't be seen again and I lose all my friends? Oh, I cannot be fooled by Randy only so many times before being brought back to Cool Cat, Dirty Dog, and Chicky Baby's rhymes. Oh, past Mr. Window and far beyond Globy, I'm told I'm too old for pretend. Here in the playhouse that never outgrows me, I'll always have my friends.
Forgot the words here. 1 second, I've got this. All right. I just got so into it that I almost lost it.
So please, Cowboy Curtis and Miss Yvonne, if you've heard us, pick up the picture phone. I'm paging Mr. Herman. Mr. Herman, you have a call. Please answer, 'cause I'm headed home. You've had enough of your 9 to 5, so you grab your stuff and start to drive. 'Cause tonight we will play in a new-founded campaign where you are braver and stronger. Why can't this night last longer? Oh, 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 oh. You've got the snacks, they've got the die. You roll your stats as they get high. Roll 318s, your lucky night. You hope that you'll get in a fight. And oh, there will be blood spilled. Oh, there will be orcs killed by your hand. Guards come fast, you take them on. With fiery blasts, you move along. You lie to buy a spy. You lose a friend, you wanna cry, until you hear a sound in the distance that pulls you back into your own existence. Tonight, you count chip bags on the floor. Your friends divide the gold you'll store. While the DM calculates, you think about your player's traits. He's strong and charismatic, but he doesn't look like you. Being brave's not problematic when your AC is 22. But tonight you fought well, and you don't let yourself dwell on your burdens or your workday. How could you when there are dragons to slay? It is not my fault that I like Patton Oswalt. It is not a crime that I've got raw pupil on my mind. And if it's wrong, don't tell me how, 'cause I'm not gonna stop liking Judd Apatow. 'Cause I am a girl who is in love with comedians. My first crush was Pee Wee Herman, but now I'm on to Eugene Merman. I don't know how it happened so fast, but I've got feelings for Martin Starr and they're gonna last. Tell me it's okay to like Louis C.K. All of my friends call me Smeagol, 'cause I'm looking for a ring from Jason Segel. It's not the money that turns me on. I'm not interested in Benjamins, except for H. John. No, I'm just a girl who is in love with comedians. I want Andy Daly nightly. Would Paul Scheer come near if I asked him politely? Will my salad ever get tossed by David Cross?
Hopefully you guys don't mind the guitar being a little out of tune. Should I take time to tune it?
No, people are digging it.
All my life I thought I was living a dream. I smoked my pipe and everything was just as it seemed. Oh, the warm sun rises on the lush green trees, with no surprises here to make me late for tea. I don't like things that are strange, 'cause comfort doesn't come from pain. Save your adventures for the sneaks and the thieves, for I assure you I am meek in none of these. Find someone to take my place, I will live life at my pace. Oh, 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 Bilbo. The gray wizard said with a smile, do you truly wish to live a life so plain and simple, when in another man's shoes you haven't walked a mile? There is a fire in the hearts of all. Beyond the Shire you may soon feel tall. Oh, 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 there's more to you than they will guess. Time will put you to the test. We may not meet before the end, for there's trouble in the south, my friends. But what is complaining when it's only raining? What is cold and what is tired when you have enough gold to retire? What are scars from beasts and crooks when you're a hero in the history books? So, oh, 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 you must carry on, even when you can't sing your song, and when the nights feel ever longer. It is up to you to be strong. Through riddles and games you hear the mountains call your name. Clarity atop the trees you recall a life once lived with ease. Neither your sword nor ring alone can claim your beckoning back to worlds so grand you found when you dismiss your plans. You have fought your foes and found your friends. You have